So live. Wait, pause. I don't think they can hear you yet. Hold on, sorry. I don't think so. I'm about to check here. It's cool, it's cool. No, you're good. We're still live. It's just that they can't hear you. Yeah. Bear with me.
Already. Well, it's been a lot of stuff going on this week, and I would like to introduce our guest real quick. And we've been having a lovely conversation right before the show started. Kirsten Von Doom, Resource Group and Partnership Coordinator for Ubisoft. Also, he do Black Game Pros. I've been to the virtual one, I think last year, and then I think Sharice went to the physical one a couple of years back. So I would like for you guys to welcome him, and thank you for joining us today, this morning. So let's just start off with what have we been playing. I want to start off with Delilah HD, please.
Oh yeah, so before the show, I told you I was playing 12 minutes. That's kind of, you all know I've been moving, so that's gotten the majority of my time is trying to figure out the nuances of that game. So yeah, but after the show, I plan on jumping on the Tales of Arise demo and a couple other things. So yeah, that's me. And thanks to the chat, everybody coming here. Appreciate y'all. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Sharice, what about you? What you been doing?
Yes, and it's your girl Sharice here. I have been all over the place. This week, I finally got to game after like 2 months of not gaming. I've done Boyfriend Dungeon. I am level 25 in that. I am dating everybody, even the cat. All of them my hoes. All of them. Hades I had to put aside for a while because I jumped on the Marvel's Avengers DLC drop with Black Panther, and as good as they have improved the game, it is still not good. I don't know how to say that without being bad. Like, the story is on point, the powers that you use are good, but like there's still some stuff that irks me so much about this game. The difficulty level, the fact that your other characters still don't get XP, the fact that you can't jump between different players and play them. Like, you've been able to do that since Marvel X-Men Legends back on the original Xbox. Like, you could still jump between different characters and play them. You can't do this in this game. Like, you are stuck with this one person for the entire mission, which is totally fine because Black Panther is a hottie, but I might want to play with somebody else who has the better capabilities for this one mission. Stuff just irks me. Of course, I play Genshin Impact. They did a live stream yesterday.
That's a regular for you, huh? Genshin Impact.
I know. That's my it's my jam. It's my low key hidden jam. Thank you for that that recommendation though, because you told me to play it. Remember?
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Yeah. So that's all I've been playing this week.
I've already retired the game.
Oh wow.
Hey, I even went from PlayStation to PC with it, so I'm here.
Oh, she in it. That's her main. That's her main.
That's her main. Yeah. Okay.
That's her main.
Anything else?
That's it for me.
Okay.
All right. For me, I played a little bit of Skyrim last night, thinking I was hot shit. Like, you know what? Because you know there was some Skyrim news this week, and I was like, you know what? Let me go just dip my toe in and play it for a little bit. So I'm at the DLC, right? And I got like 3 companions with me, and I'm like, okay, we got this. I'm like, it's nothing. It's nothing. I died so many times.
Wow. It was
and that just.
Oh, she streamed it? You streamed it?
No, but she was in the chat with us.
Oh, okay.
Every time she died, it was funny.
I would just be quiet and stuff, and then all you hear with me, man, fuck.
Every 10 minutes.
Again, yes. But I don't know, I haven't played since the update that they did on it. Mm-hmm. So I'm going back and I'm like, were there an update? Because it was looking cleaner than I ever seen.
Hold on, when was the last time you touched it though? Because there's been a lot of updates.
Before I guess before all of them, because that shit was looking clean. I'm sorry. I'm.
And you
just
ain't
don't
even got to
understand-
the current gen update, which not gonna come out until later on
Right,
Yeah.
it's not even
in 2
right.
months. So
I was like, okay, I have not played this game in a while because it is so clean. It is so clean.
Wait, you playing it on what? Was that PC or Series X? What you?
Series X.
Okay. So yeah,
It
okay.
had the FPS boost.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
the orb was looking kind of clean. My fire lady was like, I was like, oh, she kind of clean. Oh, I mean, how it looks is completely different from the last time I played it.
Got it.
I might have to dip back into Skyrim, but it was that clean. It was. That
You're not gonna
clean.
wait for the 2 months. Is it 2 months? When does it come out, Sharice? Do you remember?
I think it's November something.
Yeah, November
Yeah.
something for sure.
Yeah, like the
Oh.
same day
You're not-
that
you're not gonna wait for that.
the GTA comes out. Whatever. Yeah, that day.
Oh man, I don't know. I might play it a little before then. To be honest with you. To be honest with you.
Yeah. The save should
And-
carry over, so you should be good.
Yes, must be nice. That's nice for me. For the last week straight, I've been playing Hades. Everybody was talking, and I completed my first run with Hades. So, roguelike games are not like something I draw myself into. So, last year, this is all I heard from the PC world. Oh, Hades.
Yeah.
Hades.
That's right.
I'm like, you guys got awards, and Supergiant just did such a good job with that game. When I tell you, the first couple of attempts, I was like, man, this ain't for me, man. This ain't for me. But then I started getting into the stories between the deities and Hades, and doing a little bit of research on really how to play a roguelike game. And it was like refreshing, something I never experienced before.
Yeah.
So when my first attempt, I used to be scared to go in those dungeons. After attempt 37, you breezing through the first 3, you have to strategize on what weapon are you going to use, or you have a limited amount of resources. How are you going to use that for your permanent upgrades? When you go across a deity, you be like, okay, am I going to use this buff or this buff or this buff or this buff? You get a few lives, and I enjoyed the game. I'm going to give this game a 9. They deserved all those awards they got. And they was like, okay, you want to do the true ending? I was like, at first I was like, nah, I'm going to just watch the true ending on YouTube and
You watch the movie.
watch the dialogue. But I was like, no, that's not. I started looking at the achievements, and my hand got to itching. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should try to aim for some of these achievements. So that's what I've been playing this week.
Yeah.
Now, Kirsten, what have you been playing? And tell people who you are if they don't know you already.
All right, so I want to clear the air. I've never played Skyrim a day in my life, nor do I ever plan to.
Well, why not?
I think that personally, all jokes aside, I missed the boat, and then
Okay.
it's too far gone for me. I played Morrowind back in the day, I think on the
Yes.
OG Xbox, and then that's been it. My cousin and them, they've done 400, 500 hour playthroughs on almost every edition of the game. I'm just like, that's cool, I guess.
Wow.
But
okay.
either way, no disrespect, but I can't jump into that right now. But what I've been playing this week is I just blew through 12 minutes on Thursday. So that game just came out to Game Pass. That is a very good kind of like a mystery puzzle game, which is incredibly interesting.
I'm curious. How long did it take you to complete the game?
5 hours and 20 minutes. I did it on stream.
Okay, because I played 3 hours, and so.
So there gets points at the ebb and flow of the game. It's I figured it out. I don't know anything. I figured it out. I don't know anything.
Right.
And it's so consistent. And one thing, I'm not going to give anyone any spoilers, obviously, but really take your time and think about the objects that are in certain places and how you would use them in real life versus what's really happening in the game. That's my only hint I'll give you, but I really enjoyed that. And then on Tuesday's stream, I played a game called Donut County. I'm not sure if you've heard of that.
Oh, Donut County. Was that the fishing? It's like a Why did I think that? Why would that?
Kind of. So like it's a puzzle game, kind of in the same vein of Katamari Damacy,
Okay,
but you play
okay.
as a girl and a raccoon, and you have control of a whole, and you're essentially like absorbing this town. And when you absorb the town, everyone kind of goes underground. You want to find like, yo, why are we hoarding everything from this town? Then there's a whole narrative behind it. Really fun game. You'll take like 2.5 hours to beat, and I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about changing my stream to more like indie games because I have more fun playing indie games these days. Not to like throw shit at a AAA developer, but I like playing short and sweet experiences.
Yeah,
I can see that, yeah.
And to answer the first question, who I am, because I did that completely backwards.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. You got the floor. You got the floor.
Yeah, so my name is Kirsten Timothy, aka K Von Doom. I'm the employee research group and partnership coordinator at Ubisoft. I worked in the Ubisoft Toronto studio. Now I'm working for Paris, but I'm still located in Toronto. For the games I worked on, I shipped Watch Dogs Legion last year, and before moving into this position this year, I've been working on Far Cry 6.
Ooh,
Nice.
thank you.
Can't
Well, I
wait
just
for
want to
Far Cry
say,
6.
oh, you already know.
Yeah.
I just want to say on behalf of Grown Women Gaming, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Well, I'm going to ask you a few questions, and before we get to the topics and everything, how did your love of gaming begin?
Yeah, I started really early. So growing up, it was there's three of us. So it's my older sister, myself, my younger brother, and we were really close to like my cousin Anthony. He is 4 years older than me. So I think we all got the original Nintendo when it first came out, the NES, and I didn't know what I was doing, but like him being like the older cousin / like my older brother kind of showed me the way, and I kind of really got interested in gaming at then, but I really didn't dive into gaming until we got to Sega Genesis. So playing games like Streets of Rage, Sonic, Street Fighter 2, I think Mortal Kombat 3, which we shouldn't have played, but my mom doesn't know about that. So like those are the games that really got me like into gaming. So if it wasn't for like my older cousin and like the Genesis, I think it'd be a very different experience right now.
Oh, okay. Black Gamer Pros. How did that come to fruition?
So that's a funny story. So the whole idea like Black Game Pros was kind of like a why not situation. So E3 2019, myself and like my mentor and the other half of Black Game Pros, we decided that, you know what, we had a space for E3 that we were using for an event. Like, why not just host a mixer for Black talent in the industry? Like, why not, right? So we figured that this is not a thing that happens all the time. We have the space and we have people who want to come in this that are interested in it. So we're like, let's have a conversation. So I think the first room might have been like 50, 60 people. So myself, Leon, we had one of the good friends, a hip hop gamer was there. He brought some colleagues. We reached out to some local schools in California, any like game design students to come through. And we just had like a really, really small mixer about the industry as a whole and what it means to be Black in the industry. So after the success of that mixer in 2019, we knew that we had to do it again. So we had another mixer in my studio in Toronto last February, and that mixer had like 220 people. And we had guests from all over the industry. We had people fly into my studio to watch the event.
Wow.
And essentially the whole thing with Black Game Pros is to uplift and foster the many Black talent within the industry, because that's just not a thing, unfortunately. And we want to make sure that we're doing our due diligence to help out our current employees and also make room for new people who want to come in, not just at Ubisoft, but as the industry as a whole. Because one of the main things I truly believe in life is charity starts at home. And if we don't take care of ourselves, no one else is going to.
Right. So Charisse, is that the one that you were at there? You said you went to one of the mixers.
Yeah, one in 2019 out in LA. Had a blast, met some nice people, follow a lot of people on Instagram and Twitter. And it's interesting to follow people's, like I low-key lurk on people's account and follow their careers and how this broke off and they met different people and how they've basically grown. And I low-key cheer from the sidelines for them. And I'm hoping, when all this pops off, we can go back and have it in person again, because I think we all did the virtual ones last year.
Yeah.
But there's nothing beats meeting people in person.
That is so
you
true.
get to have, you get to have a conversation with them. You get a better name with a face. You get to like shake hands and like, oh yeah, we took pictures. Like I have on my Instagram, I took pictures with some folks. I had fun. I can't wait till we are able to actually do this again in person.
Yeah, and that's the plan, because not that the mixer wasn't as effective online, but it's a different interaction when you're in the same room with people.
I completely agree.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
absolutely.
Excuse me.
Do you have a favorite? I know you work at Ubisoft, so do you have a favorite game that
So
you enjoy
favorite
playing?
Ubisoft game or favorite game period?
No, favorite Ubisoft game.
Oh, Splinter Cell, without a shadow of a doubt.
Ooh,
Yes.
Which one now?
Splinter Cell.
Yeah, particularly Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. That's my favorite one.
Chaos Theory. Okay, bet. Yeah, I love Splinter Cell. I'm
But I
so
grew up
sad
playing,
that we don't have another one yet. Like, it's come on.
You and me both. Like my dream is to work on a Splinter Cell game, and that's what I really want to do.
We're
and-
like so close. To
knows.
the possibility is
right?
incredible.
But yeah, so like, because growing
up.
up, I was a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid, so I love the stealth action games. So I went for Metal Gear Solid, played Splinter Cell, really enjoyed Pandora Tomorrow, but Chaos Theory was just hands down like my favorite Splinter Cell game.
For me, like I remember back on OG Xbox when I played Splinter Cell, and what stood out was like the first time using the snake cam. And I was like, oh, this is revolutionary. Like I thought that was the most coolest thing. And of course the night vision goggles. Just dope. Absolutely love that. The whole entire franchise. I even like the third person, not third person, but the other one they did with the the easier controls and whatnot.
Probably Double Agent or Blacklist.
Not Blacklist. The other, it was one where he had he wasn't even dressed, he was just in civilian clothes. I can't remember what it's called.
I think that might be the Double Agent, but also Sam Fisher showed up in Rainbow Six Wildlands in 2017, 2018.
No, this was this was a standalone game though. It was like I'm blanking on it now. I remember, and I'll shoot you a message on it later
Yeah,
if it comes up. Because that one to me was even. I just like the whole, Sam Fisher and the whole story they try to tell with that. I think it's really cool. I think they're due, man. They need to. I'm just hoping as a fan, I just want to see him come back. So yeah.
all
Sorry.
right. That's no. It's okay. It's okay.
Fangirl moment.
No, that's okay because it's like it shows the passion and it shows that people really want that. People want to see that, which is a good thing.
It's a fact. Because unfortunately, it's a thing where it's like, anytime, like for the past like 4 years I worked at Ubisoft, any E3 or Gamescom or whatever, they hey man, what are we getting Splinter Cell? I'm like, I don't know.
What you asking me for? Like,
I just work here, man. I don't have these
assume,
answers.
that's the thing. That's how, like, anytime you work for a big company like that, they always assume, that certain things. It's like, you don't know how big this company is, first of all. And
Well, I'll tell you, like, sorry, just a quick interjection there. So to prove that point further, when Ubisoft announced that they were doing the Star Wars game at Massive, I found out the same time as everyone else in the world. So if that proves the point, it's like I don't like a lot of studios keep things to the chest, so
yeah,
I don't know much or anything.
That happened to me with how Microsoft did the on their new title they announced in their E3 showcase, like Redfall. I didn't know anything about Redfall at all, so I was like, wow, like this looks incredible. I hadn't even heard of it, and I worked there. It's like, what's going on? So,
Delilah, the chat
Yeah.
says the game you're thinking about is Conviction.
Oh,
Conviction.
Conviction,
Thank
yes.
you,
Yep.
chat.
Shout out to the
Appreciate
chat.
that.
What
Yes,
up,
they
chat?
always looking out.
Thank you for that.
They're always looking out for us, man. Thank you. I can think of Conviction, but yeah, I even like Conviction. I thought all of them was just really well done. So
I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
you haven't played.
I never
Splinter
played.
Cell?
Never played it. Never played
How
it.
did I know you was gonna say this?
Don't feel bad, lady. I haven't played it either.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Y'all are giving me some headaches this morning between no Skyrim. He hasn't ever played.
That was him. That was him.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
whoa.
That was him. That was him.
I mean, no Splinter Cell. Like, come on.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
Those are some
I
great,
don't know
fantastic
nothing.
games.
I love y'all, but I don't know nothing past Sam Fisher.
I'm telling you, you need to
I
start
don't
from the
know who Sam
beginning.
Fisher is.
Look,
No,
The beginning.
Look, they're
No,
on
okay.
Game Pass. Just go ahead and try them, play them.
They're on Game Pass?
Yeah, I believe
Yes.
so.
I
The
didn't know
older
that.
ones, yeah, even even the
The OG
Xbox
one?
ones are back
Yeah, back
back
compat.
compatible, so you can
Yeah.
still play those also.
Good to
So
know.
that might be like a series
Telling
thing.
you. Yeah, you need to.
I can do.
That's right up your alley too, lady. You will love it because actually you like that espionage type shooter bang bang. Yeah, go ahead.
You
And,
like espionage? You never played Splinter Cell?
right.
We gotta fix that. We gotta fix
I
that.
just said I don't know nothing past Sam Fisher. That's all I know.
You
I
just
don't
know
know.
the name.
I don't know his kids. I don't know who's the ops. I don't know what his loadout is. I don't know what size shoe he wear. I don't know his birthday. I don't know nothing. But you know,
Wow.
I ain't gonna fake the funk either. I'm not gonna act like, you know.
I got you. You know, it's breaking my heart a little bit, but I get it. Go ahead.
No, that's all right.
I'd
I
rather
think
be
my
honest.
Assassin's Creed.
I'd rather be honest.
Yeah.
I have a question for our guest. I noticed you stream this week.
Yes.
I saw you stream. I was lurking. I lurk all the time. So we know you play 12 minutes, but you're, like you said earlier today, you're moving more on the indie side. I was digging Donut Country. It was
fun.
yeah, it was
Donut Country.
yes.
The Donut
yeah.
County.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Donut
I
Country.
didn't
It's all good. It's all good.
I know a donut was in the title. I apologize. What are the pros and cons of streaming?
Oh, tech sucks.
Ooh.
Like no matter. So I've been only streaming for it might be 4 months today. Funny enough. So with streaming, it's just that things never work. So for example, I was on vacation in Vancouver. I didn't stream for about like 3 weeks. My setup didn't change. Okay, my setup did not change at all. I come back to stream, nothing's working. Like my alerts aren't working, my overlay's acting up, like my intro music's not working, but nothing changed. And then I reset up everything, and then I'm not getting audio for my capture card. And again, my capture card didn't change. So these things always happen to streamers. So it's like the ongoing joke is that
This
if
was
you're not having
literally
issue,
me last week, and this show last week. This
yeah, it's
nothing
trash.
was working.
It's so trash.
Yeah.
What is the good qualities of streaming? Because you've been streaming for a little bit, not like the rookie status. I would say, you just dip your toe in.
Well, I'm a baby.
You're a baby. You're a baby streamer.
Baby
Okay.
streamer.
You said it, not me. What is it? So with the short experience that you've been doing with streaming so far, what is like the best part for you?
The best part is the community. So being able to meet people online, a lot of people who I call my friends right now from across the world, and really hanging out in the name of gaming is really cool. And the fact that people really mess at you based on the personality and the game that you're playing, I really enjoy that. So in the before time, I'm a really big people person. So I like going to conventions, I like meeting people, I like just chatting up random just about whatever. So if I see you rocking like some Babe shirts, like, yo, like I rock Babe too, what's happening? Or I see you out, let's say at a board game cafe and you're playing like Pokemon, I'll go talk to you about Pokemon, whatever it is, right? So I just really enjoy speaking with people, and having this new platform to talk to people and play games is really cool. And to go into a little bit more, I've been blessed to being able to create a streaming team with Elgato. So we have Team Black Game Pros. There's 5 or 6 of us, and they supplied us with like all our tech, like our headphones, the capture card, all that stuff, Stream Deck and all that. So we've been set up for success. And the reason why I wanted to create this team was I was really inspired by NA Saga and Nerd Council over in the UK and their whole initiative of impact over numbers. So essentially what that means is that you don't need to have this big ass following to make great content and really support your community. Like, because I'm making the same content that like your ninjas and like whoever the hell else are making, right? But we don't have the 50K, 100K followers to get all these endorsements, all the free promo codes, all the free swag and all that stuff, right? Like, why is that? And on top of that too, like I really want to put a foundation for like Black faces in the online streaming world, because it's really hard for us. So look at Black History Month. We had a black person featured on front page on Twitch every single day for Black History Month. March, not one.
Wow.
So why was that, right? So it's like people choose when they want to celebrate us, but only when it's convenient. So I want to be able to make sure that with my streaming team, I'm making sure that we're getting the best possible promotions and collaborations and whatever the hell else I'm able to give to these people, because they deserve it and they're making great content. There's no reason for them not to be celebrated as much as these other people are.
Yeah. That's interesting, the statistic that you just mentioned too. Like not even a single one in March. That's incredible. Like it's telling. It's very telling.
Oh, I completely agree. I be going before I start streaming, like every stream I go do my little setup, and then I go Twitch main page, and I just for a quick second I just click on the front page just to see if I see people like me on there, and it's not as much as I would like. I guess I'll put it like that, but I do appreciate you for like making something for us and because there's not a lot. There's not a lot, of people. There's a lot of people doing it, but hearing somebody to have the passion for it and to explain why they're doing it is just so good and so refreshing to hear. I just want to say.
You said there's a lot of people
that.
doing it, but I think it's more like the exposure and the ability to reach a broader audience too. It's, to me, those channels are very, like you said, selective. Like, a lot of people, like he said, looking at the numbers and how many people they already have. Like every person who ever streamed started out small and at one point had maybe 10 people watching them. So, I completely get the impact over numbers. So yeah, you definitely want to try to change the thinking on that a little bit, because everyone started out small. So.
That's the thing. Everyone started off small. So the biggest thing is that once these big people were small, someone gave them a shot. So if I'm able to kind of give the alley to these, the alley oop to these other streamers right now, like, why not? So the type of person I am, if I have a platform to do good, I'm going to do good like 15 times out of 5. It's just that simple. There's no reason for me to hoard that experience or hoard that exposure. There's no reason for it. I want to make sure that my people are taken care of, and more than anything, they're respected. Because I don't want to get into much about what's happening right now on Twitch and all that, but some really nasty things are going down, and I want to showcase that, hey, like, you are still valid, you are still loved and respected in this space. Keep making your content. Don't let this stupid platform dictate your success or dictate what your next move is going to do, because it's bigger than that. There's more places on the internet to make content, like YouTube, Facebook, whatever it is. Just make sure you stay true to yourself, be kind to yourself, and keep hustling on that content.
Yeah, because I know, lady, I know you was toying around with the idea of using a different platform other than Twitch.
Yeah, it always been like the last couple of years. It's always been on the back of my mind. I've been streaming period on for 6 years, and it's hard enough to try to compete with the quote unquote big names, and excuse me, the competitiveness of our space, our community, streaming. But then you add the layer of like hate and racism and botting and people doing things for malicious intent. That's just too damn stressful for me. I go through, and your mental takes effect to that for me. Me, despite my insecurities, I don't mind putting my camera on, and showing people who I am, how I look, and how I play these games. But with the events that have been happening the last couple of weeks, I had to turn my camera off, because it'd been times that someone would say something hateful or disrespectful or malicious on chat, and people see the initial reaction of me reading that.
Yeah, if you think about it, earlier on, even when we were doing this show, we had people jump in our chat and we'll say stuff, and we had to, ban them or get somebody to. Yeah, so it's like, why though? That's the thing. It's
unnecessary.
Yeah, it's just.
And I think that with everyone being home, like, people's true forms have shown up. Like, it's a really big thing now that people have lost friends over this pandemic because, like, they are different people.
You absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
And like, so one thing I've been saying a lot, like, not to get like super religious right now, is that like in the Book of Revelation, we always talk about like the end of time and like all that stuff, whatever, right? And I feel that we had that during the pandemic because the people who are complaining right now are the people who weren't able to go forward with this rebirth, because moving forward, the world that we used to know doesn't exist anymore. Like this old of like, yeah, we're waiting to get back to normal. There's no more normal.
Yeah.
Like we live in this current climate, and this is what it's going to be like. We need to figure out the way to make it work for us and push forward. Like look at how the world came together for George Floyd. That was huge. And then look how the world came together for like the Asian hate. That was huge, right? Yeah. That never happened in our lifetime before. So the fact that the good people have moved forward with, hey, we got to come together as a community. That's what we need to hold on to, not the let's get back to what we used to do before, because that wasn't working.
Right. Interesting.
Oh, that was deep. That was deep. Yeah. I want to I'll just do a lighthearted question here. But for some reason, with our guests, these next two questions is always the hardest. I feel like, maybe the questions before was a little maybe intense, but no, these last two are always the issue. Yeah. Sir, what is your top 5 game/series of all times. Period.
I can answer that pretty quickly.
Oh.
So
okay.
we have Metal Gear Solid franchise, except for Metal Gear Solid 5, but it doesn't exist to me. We have.
Oh yeah.
We can get into that, but I don't want to hurt feelings. So Metal Gear Solid franchise, Jet Set Radio Future, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle,
There we go.
Brave Fencer Musashi, and it's a tie for franchises for Pokemon and Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Like not in any particular order, but those are like the top 5, like 6 technically. But though that kind of makes the makeup of who I am, and those are games that I love.
oh, that's what's up. That I think he answered the questions the fastest.
He
Yeah, that's in record time.
Okay, where's the prize?
We got to get a gift card or something. We got to figure something out.
I'm low key.
I got you on the game
impressed.
code later. Don't worry about it.
All right, and this is the last question for you, sir. What is your favorite food?
See,
You have one.
that's
You
a
have
loaded
one.
question.
That's one. Not food.
It depends. It really depends.
You have to choose one.
I don't like that.
Oh man, I can't.
Okay. If you had to eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'm
Okay,
You,
What?
don't leave, sir.
we gonna go.
Okay, so like I really don't like answering this question because like I'm a huge foodie, right? So it really
Okay.
depends on like the day, the season, like what's happening, whatever, right? So like as of like right now, I love Korean barbecue because I haven't been able to have it
Oh,
consistently. So
Korean
whenever I
barbecue.
have it, I love it, right?
Yes.
But like being from the islands, I love doubles. Like I'm Trinidadian, so like doubles is like my favorite thing, like my favorite
Yeah.
snack of all time.
Mhm.
But also like sushi's great. Those are like my top 3. And it really depends on what it is. And then if it's wintertime, I'm gonna say ramen off the bat.
yeah. Wow.
I like how you just flipped that question to add multiple choices.
All
I
right.
see you. I see
I'm
you.
being open and honest, okay?
I feel you. I'm not, it's okay. It's okay.
Interesting.
It's tricky, man. It's really tricky.
Yeah, that's tough. We're foodies too. So that's why we love this
Yeah, yeah.
question because we
love
know we
it
struggle
because-
with it too as well.
The trap.
That's the trap card is that last question. I want to shout out everybody in the chat: Xbud, Abacab, Other Zinc, Philly Eagle, Rain G4. I know we got our mod there, Jazzy New one time.
Jazzy.
I know Michi, somewhere up top. I see you. And make sure you guys share it out, let people know what we're doing here, and we appreciate you hanging out with us this Saturday morning. I want to start off with
you
these
missed
topics.
a couple though. You missed a couple. You missed Monica S was in here too.
Oh well, I'm hosting as well, so I forgot.
Yeah, it's cool. It's all right. Normally, just FYI, lady would be the one getting the names from the chat. But, we appreciate all you all for rocking out with us. I see you, Dallas, man.
I didn't want to miss
other ones.
nobody. I didn't want to miss nobody.
Xbuds.
Thank you, Delilah.
Apicad. There you go.
Man, you're a real one. Thank you so much for
You're welcome.
having my back.
You're welcome. I got
They
you.
would have called me on Twitter like right after the show. Outriders, devs don't know. You guys heard of Outriders? Okay. Outrider said they didn't get paid like they wanted as far as royalties are concerned with Game Pass, and I want your guys' opinion on it.
You got it, Sharice.
You got it, Sharice? Wait a minute.
First of all,
Okay.
I just how they said, didn't you get your money up front from Game Pass? Like, ain't that how Game Pass work? Just nod and wink, Delilah.
I don't know. I don't know why you.
She just works there. She just works there.
I don't know. Okay.
But
I
in
think
theory,
it's
in theory,
interesting.
you get paid up front for how many you assume was gonna play this game, because we all played this game. Excuse me, not you, sir, but all the
I
four of
played
the
it.
ladies. I don't know if you played it. So I'm assuming that because we played this game and we played it for such and such minutes, that you got a percentage up front based on some kind of algorithm that I had no shit about. But you got paid up front regardless of how many people actually bought the game. And then you got a second cut if people actually bought the game. So it's not on Game Pass's fault if you don't know how many people bought your game. Like, should you not be talking to your publisher and not Game Pass? Like, I'm confused. That part confused me.
think it's an analytics thing because I believe that it's you might get money up front and you might get money per download versus per hour played or something like that.
Yes.
I assume it's the same thing as streaming because like it's artists get paid for X amount of streams, whether it's like a partial stream or a full stream. So maybe it's by download, and if the person who downloaded it played it for like 6 to 7 hours, then they get a buyout or something like that. I know like it's a weird thing where it's for, I can't say for Ubisoft, but for other companies, it's you'll buy a game, that's money on that. But if you turn it on, you're now like an active user. So they view that the active user count as some type of like monetization, maybe. So I'm not an expert on that, but that's what I think makes sense. But I believe that there could have been a mishap in the back end for their analytics because they might not have had proper scope to figure out what that's going to be. So they might have said, "Oh yeah, we're going to have X amount of number," but at that X number might not have been modified or like not modified, like monitored.
Yeah.
I think with Outriders, I think they bit off more than they can chew a little bit because I feel like they were supposed to be more successful than they already were. At first it was. I mean, that first week it was golden. You know what I mean?
And that's what messed them up. They should not have nerfed the game. If it was not a live service game, you could not play, it wasn't player versus player, but they decided to nerf that game because the players were too OP. So they nerfed it, and the word of mouth is what killed that game, not the sales. Like that first week we played it, we were murking stuff. We was running through. We was like, oh yeah, we gonna play this multiple times. We ain't picked that shit up since.
Oh no! Because I felt like the weapons were underpowered and the enemies were overpowered, and it wasn't a true balance in the game.
No balance at all.
They took it out.
So
Yeah,
I think they were trying to get paid by playtime. That's what I'm just guessing here. It's not true. I'm just guessing. I think they were the devs were basing the extra coin on how much time people were playing and how many active users they were having. And when after that first week, they had nerfed the game, the inventory swipes, and
I got affected by that.
You see what I'm saying? Who wants to play that?
I got affected by that, and then also like the save game. So I was gonna play my brother-in-law a couple of weeks ago, and I was almost 7 hours back from where I was last time.
See, that happened to me one time. And I was like, you know what? I'm finna beat this game in one setting because I'm not picking it up ever again. And that's exactly what I did because I
haven't touched it since.
Yeah, something was gonna happen. That's what killed this game, not Game Pass. It's the bad word of mouth.
I had issues with the loot system. You know, I just felt like I wasn't ever getting. Everybody was getting
a legendary.
Yeah, people was talking about these drops again. I hadn't got a single legendary. It was just weird. Like I wasn't getting anything. I just felt like there was a lot of bugs and issues. Too early in the game. But when it comes to like, because I know the topic is more so about like sales and the Game Pass and how it was released and whatnot. Usually when in development, it's like throughout development, the developers are being paid throughout development. But once the game ships, they get like bonus based on performance or how many titles ship or so on and so forth. So, I mean, I do believe the onus is on the publisher at this point. If you know, it's like you're trying to go back. There's no way you can go back and try to renegotiate a deal if the deal was made with the publisher and the developer is the one being affected by this. So, yeah, they're gonna have to figure something out.
They're gonna have to charge you to the game. That's it.
That's why a lot of developers go games as a service. So there's always like the type of monetization added to the game, which I personally don't like. In my personal opinion, career-wise, I just don't care for games as a service. And I want to buy your game, then buy this, then buy that, then buy that. Then your $70, $80 game now becomes like a $200 game.
Right. And I don't think Outriders had anything. They didn't have any.
They were good for that. That's why I liked it so much.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's a catch-22. It's like they do that to monetize, like you said, to get money from after the game ship. But then it's like as players, we don't want that in our games really. I like the old school pay to play the game once, and that's it. I own it. I can play it. Go back to get content if I want to when I want to. I gotta pay any extra coins to enjoy that content. So it's kind of like a catch-22. It's like I want more content. I want them to put more effort into this game because I do feel like you're only going to get out what you put in. I mean, you can look at other titles, if for examples, right, like your Sea of Thieves and your No Man's Sky, and how the developers have been able to kind of push content into those games. And so we haven't seen a full-fledged plan about Outriders as gamers. Like we haven't seen anything that's pushing life into this game.
It's done. They're not even doing DLC.
Man,
So it's weird. It's weird for a game like that.
We're still updating it. We're still trying to get it balanced. Because trust me,
That sound like Anthem.
They shouldn't have
That
ever
sound
nerfed
like
it, like you
Anthem.
said. They shouldn't have nerfed
it
that
sounds
game.
like they sound
not
like
just
Anthem
PvP.
right now.
Yeah,
I'm be honest with you.
the game was perfect the first
was
week
fun.
it
Wait.
dropped.
Oh my god, we were going. I think it was just like the possibility that your hard work of playing a game could be erased, whether it be an inventory drop or lost data of playtime. That's like the killers right there for like really not having someone play your game. Be honest with you.
Yeah, and that's what killed the Outriders.
I agree.
Like, I really hope they can bounce back, but it's an uphill battle at this point, which is unfortunate. I really did love that game.
Yeah,
because you're asking players to take away time from other games of a service games at this point. It's like, okay, so you want people to drop their Sea of Thieves, you want people to drop their other, whether it's, the Battlefields of the world and all these, and Apex of the world. You ask them to share their time with this new IP that it's not getting as much content. It doesn't have the same level of name recognition. So it's like you said, it's a uphill battle at this point for them.
And okay, one more thing. Did word on the street? They did not know how many units they sold? Because I think I heard that somewhere.
I thought I heard it too, but I wasn't sure. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, because I think I skim through Twitter and I'll be like, they don't know how much they sold or how many active users they have.
I heard that too. It doesn't make any sense. Like how many
You
people
have to
downloaded your game. Like that's just a thing that you know.
Yeah,
it's like how are they not sharing that information? How is the publisher not sharing that information with the developer? Like why is this even on Twitter? Like that's my thing.
That's what I'm saying.
It seems like a blood-room discussion.
Somebody got mad and they got petty and they got upset, and so they leaked this information because they wanted to piss somebody off. This is what happened. This is all this is, because you know how many units your game sold. Hell,
of course.
I know how many books check out of my building at the end of a day. You know how many games you have sold. This sounds like somebody's being petty as fuck.
Oh man. I mean, that's what happens when you stay inside all the time and
go touch the grass, people.
and True Colors show. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next topic. I think is the 24th. It's a big day. It's a jam-packed day, to be honest. We got two big shows coming through. The first one is going to be the Destiny 2 showcase. I know Sharice is. Oh wow!
Hey, I'm ready.
I'm doing this for strictly for El Boogie because she's not here. So yay!
Hey. All right, and I'm gonna give the floor to Sharice if she's down to tell us her excitement for this. And any information.
So the 24th is Destiny Day. We get a new season. We get our updates. And of course, because people hate life, they have already started leaking some information. So Destiny decided yesterday to officially announce the name of the season. So it's called Season of the Lost. My queen is back.
What? They're bringing the queen back?
Yes, ma'am.
What?
She's back. We don't know what's going on because Kirsten, we have a Destiny group where we talk about Destiny, we theorize, we talk about the weapons. Anyway, it's just Destiny. So in the last week, we've been talking about what's been happening in this previous season. Do you play Destiny? Because I don't, want to give you spoilers if you don't know.
So I played a lot of Destiny, but then life got really hectic a year and a half ago, so I haven't played as much as I'd like to. And also, I started playing on PlayStation, and then when Game Pass got the latest expansion, I'm like, all right, I'm moving to Game Pass because it's free. So I haven't been back since that last expansion. So I'm pretty far behind. I'm at least a year behind.
Okay, so let me give you let me keep you updated.
I play Beyond Light.
You play Beyond Light. Okay.
Osiris is either dead or has been captured. Savathun is not walking among us. It's either impersonating Osiris or is Osiris. We're not really sure on this. And so now Aldrin is now Crow, who is a hottie. We shipping Crow. But so now the queen is back and all our allies are coming together. Like we've brought in the Liske, the Fallen are now friends with us. And we're all trying to basically protect the last city, but shit's about to go down. So we're I'm trying to see where this new season is going, and then after that, Witch Queen is coming out early. I want to say January if they don't push it back again. But again, I'm good with this. So people need to stop leaking stuff. I want to be excited for it. Just stop leaking.
Yes, exactly.
Let me have my moment while I fangirl when I hide in my office and watch this live stream.
But people can't have nice things. It's always
No,
gonna
not
be
at all.
Right.
There's always gonna be somebody who's gonna mess
Let me
it
tell you a
up.
story from 2019. So 2019 E3 is when we did the big premiere for Watch Dogs Legion. And so I'm at work, let's say it's a Tuesday night. So it's a Monday morning. So it's a week before the Ubisoft press conference. We're chilling or whatever. And then we get an email posted saying Amazon leaked Watch Dogs Legion. We're like, what?
Wow.
Like, what do you mean? So it's like Amazon, I think like Germany or whatever.
Usually marketing.
But they had like every single detail of like the synopsis of the game, like the gigabit size, like the DLC and all that. We're like, how the hell did they get this? And then that really like put a damper on us. And we were really excited. That would have been my first E3 with a game that I made being the spotlight of the show, right?
Yeah.
So like it was really good no matter what, but like it sucked a lot of the fun out of a leak. That's why I really can't stand leaks.
Yeah, same. I like to be surprised, you know what I mean?
They don't want you to be surprised. They want you to kill your joy. Don't be killing folks' joys, people. That's all we got sometimes.
Yeah, happiness is not allowed apparently.
I mean, tell you those
amen.
mute the words on Twitter and sometimes
Mute.
jump off the internet for a hot second before something drops because
Somebody gonna do it.
It's
Somebody
every
gonna do it.
Social media blackout every time. Have to.
Yep, absolutely.
And also on the 24th, Gamescom, right?
Yes.
Xbox game. Yes.
Yeah.
I want to ask the panel, starting with our guest, is there anything that you're looking forward to on the showcase for Xbox tomorrow? I mean, I'm sorry, not tomorrow, the 24th.
So I pretty much have the same answer for every single showing, no matter what it is. I'm excited for something I don't know I'm excited about.
That's right.
Because I don't want to say like I know I'm buying Halo no matter what. I'm getting Everwild whenever that drops. Like I'm excited for those things, but if I see something that I didn't know existed and I'm really hyped for it, I can't wait to see what that's going to be. Whether it's indie or AAA, like I need that in my veins, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Expect-
directly.
I guess for me, I'm excited for the unknown as well. Like that's always cool because it's great when, like you said, when you don't know. But also, I thought Microsoft said that it's going to be kind of like they're showing some of the things they showed before the E3 showcase.
Yeah.
More gameplay of the showcase.
Yeah, just temper expectations and kind of just enjoy the show, kind of thing. So it's should be good.
I have a bias. I just want to see a Halo date. That's all I want. I need to know what day I need to know what day it is so I can adjust my time currently at work to see.
My money's end of November.
You said end of November?
Yeah, that's my money's at end of November.
I just want to see new stuff, like of stuff instead of like replaying the same trailers over. Can we get new trailers or new gameplay? I'd be happy with gameplay. But I'm like everybody else. We're not gonna get it, but I would like to see some new stuff that we have not seen before. I would love to see, like, I would literally fangirl the rest of the day if they show anything Fable. Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't doing nothing else for the rest of the day but Fable.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't talk. That's just it. But we know we ain't getting that, so I'm about to calm down, keep the fangirl on lock.
I mean,
But
I was just gonna say, you can kind of like if you just think, you know it's gonna show up. Like for instance, you got Psychonauts 2 releases on the 25th. Guaranteed they're gonna talk about Psychonauts 2. Then you got Forza Horizon 5 that drops pretty soon too as well. So it's like they're gonna talk a little bit more about Forza Horizon 5. They probably throw a little bit of Sea of Thieves in there because why not? It's Sea of Thieves. Like to me, Xbox is an easy page to read when it comes to these types of events. What's the most surprising events for them would be like your when they do something in the spirit of the moment, kind of like your game awards or your EXO event. Then you just kind of like don't know because it's usually more future focused than just immediate release, next 3 months, next 6 months, like that.
That's
To
what
me,
Nintendo
Microsoft's
and
easy.
Xbox do well, because they always tell you we're going to do this. That's it. And I like that. I don't like. I obviously people want surprises, but once they set expectations, like you can't get upset.
Right. That is true. That's true.
Yeah,
But of
both
course,
of
you
y'all
know,
are killing my joy.
it's always, but you're gonna get maybe some like little,
Mm-hmm.
something tiny that you didn't know about before, like some sort of Game Pass drop or some sort of DLC.
One more thing.
Yeah, you're gonna get
Yeah.
something. It's a new event. Like otherwise, they don't even have to do this, right? They don't even got to show up. Like we know they already showed all the trailers, right? So what's the
I
point?
think
Like,
they're
you know
showing
what I
up for us though, just for the fans.
Yeah, you want to keep the conversation going. I mean, you want to kind of you want to prep. You want to get everybody's kind of on the same page leading into the fall when all the things start to drop. I mean, August is right here. You got, like you say, a fall game is like usually right around the corner with your battlefields and your cards and all kind of stuff, right? So you want to kind of be right at the beginning of all that. You want to set the tone, and so that's why they do these things. But like I said, it's an easy page to read. People just sometimes they look too deep into it, or they just overlook it just a little bit too much.
Expectations. That kind of triggered me when you were saying there, because no, because I know fall's gaming's coming, and I know Halo's around the corner, and I'm just gonna squeeze this in here. Yesterday, there were news that 343 stated that the Forge and campaign co-op will not be available at launch of Halo Infinite, and my phone was on fire because it seemed
Mine
like
too.
everybody had their own 2 cents of what they had to say to people in the panel. If you care not to say anything, you can plead the fifth. But me and Sharice, we can pick up the slack. You know what I'm
We
saying?
got you.
We got you,
We
boo-boo.
got you.
Right, so I would like to go first. Being
Yes,
a
of course.
developer
You're our
on this
guest. If
panel.
you would like to go first, you go right ahead. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So we kind of mentioned this in like kind of hanging out before the podcast started, but for those who don't know, making a game is hard. There's a lot of intricacies behind it. A lot of games get delayed, and behind closed doors, games are delayed before the release date is even announced. So that's a thing that happens across the industry. On top of that, you add the pandemic into things, and developers are working from home. A lot of things are going south. Every major game that got announced last year got delayed this year. I don't think a single game that came out this year came out on time. And people fail to realize the toll it takes on the developers to meet these deadlines when they're working at like 60% capacity, right? But the main thing that bothers me is that it's the entitlement of the gamers that are pissed off about this. And they always forget that this is nothing new. Look at Halo 5. Halo 5 was the exact same thing. There was, oh, okay, we'll wait. You can wait for that, but Halo Infinite, no, this is bad. You delayed the game 1 year. Now you're not launching with this. Like, come on, let's just reel it back in and just like be patient. You could either not have this game, or you could have the multiplayer focus first, because that's 343's main thing right now is the multiplayer, because Halo Infinite will be esports. Halo Infinite will do numbers online, but they need to make sure that they're shipping their vision of the game at the capacity that they have to make it perfect for them, right? So that's just my statement on that. Is just people need to relax and be patient, because without the developers, you don't have this game. So without them, you have nothing to complain about.
I guess the only thing I will say about this is that, like, my thought process on it is, why, if parts of the game is ready to go, why hold it hostage until other parts are ready? Like, for instance, if the campaign's ready, and even though it's not co-op, I want to play it. If the multiplayer is ready, even though it's don't have Forge, I still want to play it. Like, you can release those parts of the game later. We've seen other games do this, whether it's Ghost of Tsushima and they release multiplayer later, whether it's games that don't even have a campaign like Battlefield. This is nothing new. Sometimes I feel like people overreact without looking at the totality of the industry. And it blows my mind, because it's Halo and it's always been some, associated with co-op campaign, that people are up in arms about it. But me personally, like, I normally play the campaign by myself. I'm biased in that, because I play by myself first, then I play it later with friends, because I don't like any disruptions or interruptions while I'm playing through the story, because I pay attention to all of that. So I'm like, don't hold the game hostage. If the campaign's ready to go, if the multiplayer's ready to go, release it. And those things, Forge and me playing later, I'll do that. Or just, if you don't want to participate in this, just wait 3 months. You don't have to buy it at launch. like you don't have to. It's completely optional. So I have reservations and feelings about people reacting about it, because it's like, are you really looking at the fact that you're still gonna get to play multiplayer, so you're still gonna have to be able to play with your friends, and you're still gonna be able to enjoy the campaign. So, and it's just like any other. If you think about even single player FPS games, which are like your Dooms and your Wolfensteins, it's gonna be just like that experience because it's a single player campaign. So I feel like 343 is still giving gamers something to rest their hat on, but I mean, to me, it's don't delay the whole game until those features that can come later. Cause I'm ready. I mean, that tech test they did a couple weeks back, man, I'm still going through withdrawal from not being able to play that. It was so good.
It was magically delicious. Yes, it was.
And those bots were insane. So I look at the AI of the bots in that tech test, and it's like I can only imagine what the brutes are going to be like as far as enemies in the actual campaign, because the bots were flanking and being smart about the grenades. They'll throw the grenades, then they'll rush you. Or I mean, it was just so good. Like the AI was so well developed, even for it just to be a tech test. So I'm ready for the campaign. I'm excited for it. And I think people need to, like you said, relax, and it'll work itself out. It'll work itself out. So in 6 months, we won't even be having this discussion.
No, probably not. Sharice.
Yes, I have to agree with Delilah on this. People are they dragging this out for nothing, because again, nobody made as much fuss over Battlefield, and you got to pay $70 for that mess. I'm getting Halo off Game Pass. Like
Red Dead didn't have
getting
online.
it for the free.
Thank you.
For the
free. Like, what else? How many Call of Duties dropped without a single player campaign? I'm like, and
the answer is one. That's, I think, Black Ops 4.
Yes, and then I don't want to even comment, but I know plenty of people, couple of ex-boyfriends. I know some friends who do not even touch Halo's campaign. Do not even look at it.
Exactly.
Like, why are you complaining and bitching about this with something you don't even play for? You will still have multiplayer. You will still be able to play multiplayer with your friends. And no offense, you ain't that creative in the first place. You ain't gonna use Forge. I'm just saying.
That's the absolute facts.
I'm like, I'm not
that serious.
I'm not using Forge. I have never touched Forge, and I'm not going to, because I cannot draw a stick. And you want me to make a map? Please. We all dying in this bitch. I'm just saying, it's not happening. People are making this much more than what it is.
Perfect example, Jazzy Noob. I didn't mean to cut you off, Sharice.
What's up?
The Last of Us 2. Where the multiplayer?
Look here. Go sit in the corner. Go sit in the corner.
Go
sit in the corner.
Armand said that.
Jazzy, you go sit with Lady in the corner. We're not supposed to talk about. Remember, we said we're not bringing that game up no more. Remember? But you're right.
But look,
you're right.
We're
It's a good example,
talking,
though. It's a good example.
They've been screaming about multiplayer for the longest before that game came out, and people bought it at cost, and people were expecting to play multiplayer, because there were some people that didn't really care much for the story and wanted multiplayer and bought into for the intention of, okay, Naughty Dog's gonna like give us this down the way, and they ain't got it now. So if you're gonna be like nitpicking, if you're gonna be mad at developers nitpicking what's gonna be on it and what's not gonna be on it, just don't close yourself off with the Halo box, because every major company has one way, shape, or form gave us incomplete games, and people cried about it, then they stopped, and then they kept playing. So is it gonna stop?
That's the digital world we live in now. Like, that's the norm.
Yes, it is.
Okay, you're gonna have patches. You're gonna have game day one updates. You're gonna get seasons.
Yeah,
it's just
it is what it
nature
is.
of
Unfortunately, it sucks. Like, I don't like it as a developer myself, but these things have to happen, especially if your game is an online first game like Halo is going to be, because Halo's bread and butter is a multiplayer. So when the game ships, it's going to be probably like a 2 to 3 gig, maybe even a 10 gig day one patch. Is what it is, right? Or if you don't, then you're going to have Cyberpunk.
Oh my God, that's not bringing again. Oh,
that's another corner. That's another one.
Yeah. Okay. People want to rush. Oh, we need Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk supposed to come out like with 2, 3. I don't even know how many years ago. But again, gamers pitched a fit over this damn game. I ain't gonna lie, I bought into the hype and I absolutely hate it. I am waiting for that current gen update so I can like pretend to watch that other one out my head. But again, do you want another Cyberpunk? or do you just like what? I don't know. It's like gamers, we don't know how to make up our minds.
I
Like,
feel a lot of gamers are just entitled, and and the whole debacle with Cyberpunk is the same issue with Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem, whereas they wanted to push out a game before the end of the fiscal to get the money for it, and
right.
it wasn't ready.
I was gonna say that.
The last thing I'll say about Cyberpunk, so I uninstalled the game because their creative director blamed the QA/QC team on the bugs in the game, which I did not like at all.
Wow.
no, we didn't like that either.
Yeah, that's what I think they.
Yeah.
it
That's a
just
really sore
sucks.
spot for me. Like I did not like that at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Oh my God.
entitlement. That's a trigger word. Entitlement.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not.
Twitter fingers.
I'm not
Twitter
the.
warriors.
I'm not. I'm gonna say just this about Halo. It's like this. I'm not a developer. I don't work for the company or anything like that. The most important thing is to me is I appreciate them being transparent about what's going
That's
on
right.
with their game,
I agree.
and
That's the most important thing in my opinion.
they didn't have to say nothing, and they could have just said, okay, Halo about to come out at such and such date, and they wouldn't have no campaign co-op and wouldn't have no Forge, and y'all would have been up in arms later
But
down
still
the
been
road.
playing the game. They still,
And
let's,
still been
let's,
playing the
let's be
game.
real. They still gonna play it. People still gonna
Yeah.
day
100%.
one. They're gonna be on it. Day one. Like
But
multiplayer, all that.
it's
I'm
not
downloading
just-
it the week before it drops.
Right, me too,
Just to
same.
make sure I can play at midnight.
If
So-
you also if you don't have no intentions of, if you don't even own an Xbox or not have any intentions to be playing Halo, I think I will not take your opinion with a grain of salt, to be honest with you, because for people that really don't like Halo, they really got something to say about it. And we cannot deny the fact that Halo is like a staple in gaming, period. It is a generation for people that was doing LAN parties on Halo. So as long as I get to play multiplayer with my friends launch, I'm cool. I don't story, it'll be there when it be there. And if when it comes and when campaign co-ops come out, I will wait.
I mean, think about
You know?
this, y'all, ladies. Oh, and Kirsten, let's check this out. So, imagine playing campaign Halo day one, right? Once
Yeah.
people going to do is going to jump in, like especially on Xbox, we all jump in party chat anyway, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, check out the story, so and so, and had that discussion. You're going to be interacting with people online anyway. Like I don't know why people omit that part. Like as if I'm just going to be sitting in a corner with no internet and not talking.
Nobody
to
has
people.
any friends, and,
You know what I'm saying?
nobody has any friends online. So we just, like you said, we just sit in our corners with these fancy ass machines and talk to our cats. I don't know. We're all cat people.
That's the thing too, because like a lot of people that I know, the thing you do, you pop open the game, you crush the campaign, then you go online, and
Right.
you usually almost always crush the campaign on your own,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go online. So it's
That's
nothing. It's nothing great. It's nothing serious. That's what really had me so mad. Is it's like this isn't the first time this has happened with any franchise ever.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the last installment of the game did this.
I thought it was the last one. I couldn't remember if it was this one or if it was 4.
No, it had a co-op campaign.
Yeah, but they added Forge and co-op campaign
They
later.
added Forge later. They added Forge later.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
But
So-
again, it's like it's
Yeah,
It's a
and,
given, it's not.
and Halo, they already announced it's gonna have seasons, right? They're already prepping you for like this is gonna be a growing game. I mean, it's called Halo
For free.
Infinite. There's no right.
like Halo's
Game
really
Pass
good
for the
because
win.
you're getting the game for
Yes.
free, and Halo seasons are always free. So they get their money off of the I think in their Warzone. Well, you get like you buy like the badges or whatever, you buy the packs.
Yeah.
But not everyone does that. But either way, like the entirety of Halo 5, every single season was free. Every single update was free. You didn't have to buy shit for it. So it's like I can't get mad for something I'm not paying for.
That part.
Like I can't do it. I don't have it in my body to do that.
Yeah. So this hasn't killed. I mean, I heard the news. I got for a fraction of a second. I was like, but then I'm like, nah, it's Halo. I'm ready. I'm ready. Look, don't hijack the game because of two pieces of the of the game didn't come later. Nah.
Two
I'm
minor
ready to play.
pieces that people
ready to
don't
play.
even really care about. How about that? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
Let's keep it a buck right now.
People,
Let's
no,
keep it a
right?
buck. Let's keep it a
care
buck.
about co-op campaign. I'm not gonna say that because some
Yeah,
people,
right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Who?
right.
Who?
Yeah, right.
people play with their family members. Their brother, oh, I've been playing.
I don't even like
Halo.
my family like that. I
Well,
don't
you
even
know what?
like
You know what? You know what? Let's
I'm
just
not
keep it a
speaking about
buck.
y'all specifically. I'm talking about people who like, oh, I've played the last 4 Halos with my brother, and so this is
Okay,
this
and I
is
can
His
respect
brother
that.
lives
nostalgia.
across the road. They got
Okay,
Wi-Fi.
and that's fine,
They
and
can
that's
do it.
fine, and that's fine. I can respect that. There are a few people that are upset because they want to have the experience of Halo with someone else as a co-op campaign thing. I can respect that, but I'm talking about me here. I ain't got no. I mean, if the ladies want to play, that's fine. If I have a couple, close homies, that's fine. But in my mind, I wasn't even thinking about keeping co-op till later down the line. So for
Right,
them to
same.
not have it on there, I ain't worried about it. That's a them problem, not a me problem. So
I echo that 100%.
I'm gonna enjoy Halo for what it is, and on the back of my mind, I'm gonna be like, this is a continuing game. It's gonna keep on updating, and I can't wait to see what they do. Because
free.
low key, I want them to rival. I want them to rival.
You got to put that part in there.
I just want them to rival with Call of Duty because with the continuation of a game, like
For free.
Warzone, for free.
That should be like big marks like Halo Infinite
For
for
free.
free.
So, yo,
Say it again
sorry.
for me, sir. Say it one more time.
For free.
hey, we need that sound bite. We need that.
Delilah,
I'm clipping
clip
that. I got it. Don't no worries. I got it.
Okay. So I'm good. I'm gonna be good whenever it come out. Whatever's gonna have on it, I'm gonna be good. That's how I'm gonna say it. Cap, Anthony Mackie signed a deal, right? He closed the deal, right?
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is for the Marvel fans out there. Yay! El Boogie was over in here.
I know.
I don't like. Did we doubt this? Like the dude is Cap.
Yeah,
He
nah,
is
he's
Captain
Cap,
America
yes.
now. Like, give that man his
Of course,
check
we didn't doubt it. But,
and get
some
this movie
people-
made.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, but just the change of Captain America is for me like is a step forward of what all that superheroes are just not looking like one person, and for Anthony Mackie, this is going to be a big role for him, and I cannot wait. And we're going to support.
We're going a little deep.
We're gonna go there deep with shields in the movie theaters.
Now you did
or watch parties.
Did you see Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
That's Captain America and the White Wolf, ma'am.
Excuse me. I was talking about the Disney Plus.
Get it. No, that's the new title of his show. That's what we call
Captain
it
America
now.
and the White Wolf.
And the White Wolf.
Yeah, Captain America and
Yes.
White Wolf. I know that's a new name, but what I'm saying, the old name, okay? The old name. Did you all
done.
watch it?
Yeah, so I guess I'll take the spot of like the resident comic book nerd here. So yeah, I watched Falcon Winter Soldier. I really enjoyed it. I really do like Captain America stories, and when I heard the name of the show, I knew for sure at the end of the show Sam Wilson was going to be Captain America. Like off the bat, that was going to be a thing. But I really enjoyed was that the inclusion of Isaiah Bradley in his story, because Isaiah Bradley's story was really great. And for those who want to read more about it, I highly recommend it. He even has like a little arc in Civil War, the comic book series. So I highly recommend it. Isaiah Bradley, aka like Black in America.
Yeah.
Read his story. It's really, 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 really fucking dope. But overall, homie getting Cap, that makes sense. It's gonna be great. And then I think the movie's gonna be done by the same people who did the TV show, which I enjoy because the show was really grounded. And they got a lot of comic book things right. The costume could be better, but that's just being nitpicky. I'm not going to go that way. But what the show was doing and bringing real life issues into modern time into the movie is going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge. And like, unfortunately, we don't have Chadwick anymore, but having the same tone grounded in reality is going to be huge for the Black community. And now, little like brown and Black boys and girls can look up like, hey, like here's another big superhero that we have,
Right.
And that's like a huge thing right now because me growing up, all I had was Blade, maybe.
Wow. Yeah.
Maybe.
Blade. If
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, so like it's a huge thing right now that we're having like way more diversity in Marvel, and they're going with it, and they're not being like apologetic with it. They're just going for it. So I'm here for it.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. I got one more topic, and maybe a few. Okay, Sharice.
I got your questions, boo.
Okay, a chat. I already been seeing y'all already with
Please tell me they're not being
with
petty. Are they being petty?
Wait. You explain to our guests questions because we don't want to. You don't have
Okay,
to
That's
answer,
right.
but yeah.
So you don't
okay.
have to
We do a small portion, like a quick portion, like towards the end of the show, right before outros, that we get questions from the chat, and usually we get some random questions, messy questions when we don't have a guest. But I'm letting them know that we got company at home.
Yeah, we got company.
We got company.
So we
You know,
see you
how
have
it
a
is. You
question.
got company to come over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if we see you, if you put out a question that you know that we gotta let company hear that question, we're not gonna answer it today, and we probably gonna answer it next week, but we're not gonna answer it today. So our last topic, y'all. Okay, 4
With the
months.
disclaimer.
That's the disclaimer.
I appreciate the disclaimer though. I really do.
Okay, I appreciate that. The last topic. All right, the year is like almost. You can smell the later end of the year. You know.
The
What-
fall in the air.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you? It's like a B question in one question. Like, what are you looking for playing this year that's coming up? The games that have not been out, and also what have you enjoyed playing so far? I'll start off with our guest.
So off the bat, the game I'm looking forward to the most right now is Can I Bridge of Spirits.
Oh,
That's dropping on PS4
Let's
and
go.
I think Epic Game Store first, and a year later it's coming to Xbox. So that's by Ember Labs, and it's two Black brothers who created this game. So I'm all about supporting Black developers, and the game itself is really great from what I've seen so far. The art is good. As an artist, I appreciate the stylization that they went with it.
Yeah. it looks
The
like
world
big
building
time.
looks very cool. I don't know much about it, but like it has my attention 100%. And yeah, I really want that game like really bad. Like I almost, well, not almost, like I would want to play it on a PS5, but I don't own one. I decided just to get the Xbox because it makes sense like financially. But also there's no games right now for PS5, so that's a whole other conversation I'm not going to get into. But
Lady, go sit back in the corner. Lady,
That
go
wasn't
in.
me. That wasn't me.
I'm not a fanboy, so I'm not a fanboy on either side. It's just that financially, getting the Xbox, having Game Pass just made sense.
Yeah.
So either way, so Can I Bridge of Spirits is what I'm looking for right now. But a game that I played this year that I really enjoyed, Ghost of Sushi, aka Ghost of Tsushima. I really appreciate that. What else I played this year? Resident Evil 8 was really good. I love the Resident Evil series. And just all the little indie games I played here and there, I really, really enjoyed. Oh, and also Spider-Man Miles Morales, because that's the thing that happened.
What about you, Sharice?
I don't know.
Out of all the games you play, you gotta pick something. Come on now.
Oh, Tales of Arise. I am so looking forward to that. Again, after we get off this, I get something to eat. That's what we plan this afternoon. We might stream it, maybe. Scarlet Nexus, I need to jump back on. That was like my sleeper hit. Like I knew I was gonna like it, but I didn't know how much I was gonna
I
like
didn't play
it.
that one yet.
Yes, you good. If you
Gameplay
like
is
anime,
really good.
if you like if you like shady government type things, there you go. Don't trust nobody.
Give me all that weep shit. Give it to me.
Yes, yes. Like you in your feels day one. There you
Yes, yeah. It's
go.
very
What am
anime.
I looking forward besides Tales? Of course, Halo, but that's like a given.
That's a given, yeah.
That's like shouldn't even mention it at this
Fine,
time.
I mean,
Well, you got to come up with something else, then, Delilah.
I'm thinking.
You have time. You have time.
Of course, Genshin. Like I never knew I would like this game so much. For this to be such a colorful game, this game is shady as fuck. Also, you have some dirty gods that are like trying to murder folks left and right, and it's just my type of pettiness. And I like that. Right, the Boyfriend Dungeon. Like I told y'all I was gonna buy that game when it first announced like months ago. Y'all thought I was joking. Now I got Boogie playing it. Boyfriend Dungeon. That's my game of the year, y'all. I'm going to let y'all know.
What?
Man,
Oh,
you
wow.
tripping.
You tripping.
Boyfriend Dungeon game of the year.
Honestly,
No.
I wouldn't put it past it. I've heard like nothing but amazing things about that
See?
game, and
See?
in the industry,
Nah.
everyone's on that game right now.
See? Boyfriend Dungeon.
I don't
See,
know, man. Y'all
Yeah, you
lost
gotta
me.
play it. You gotta play it.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's questionable.
No. Would I lie to y'all? Well,
Sometime.
would I?
So subtle.
Look here. It's on Game Pass. It's a small
So,
install.
you already told me when you say it's on Game Pass. Like, okay, I ain't got to do much.
That's
Just go hit
right.
download.
It's on Game Pass. There you go.
It ain't like
Anyway.
you're paying for it.
I was
Like,
saying.
additional payments.
Hey, wait.
Now I
Sir,
need the for
say-
free
sir.
clip. I need the for free.
There you go. What? Say it again for us one more time. The for free.
For free.
See? Game Pass.
You guys
All
are
day.
stupid. Okay, what about you, Delilah?
Oh my gosh. Oh, Halo Infinite. But
That's
But
it.
I'm having alternate because I definitely want to play Kenna as well. Bridge of Secrets. They look awesome. Like every clip, every trailer I've seen of that game looks amazing. If I had to pick an alternate, another alternate would be Far Cry, for sure. Even though I know that's more. Yeah, your face said it all. But anyway, Far Cry
I
for sure.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone should go play Far Cry 6, dropping October 7th on all your favorite
That's what I'm
consoles.
Get your stuff out, boo!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like. I like that.
Yeah, so yeah, those are my Oh, what I've been playing so far this year as far as my quote unquote game of the year. Wow. I really like Scarlet Nexus a lot. Let's see. You see the Ratchet, you're back on Ratchet. Or
It's gonna be Psychonauts too. I don't know why she
oh
broken.
girl.
I don't know why she playing.
Yeah, Psychonauts. Oh my gosh, girl.
That's next week too.
Yeah.
Yes. Psychonauts for sure. You know I'm a fan of the first game, girl.
I was like, we already know.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, that's it.
All right, for me, I ain't gonna hold you. Indies making comebacks for me because I playing more not big games. So
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be non AAA. I thought that Resident Evil 7 Village. No, I'm sorry, 8 Village. I don't know. I forgot. Village. The one with the 4 houses. I think they did a good job right there with that game. I had no problems whatsoever. Just of my lack of, being courageous in that game because I was screaming a lot.
Oh, don't worry, I'm a certified chicken shit. I got through it.
Me too. Oh yeah, me too. I did too.
The Gordos about the
I can't.
All I'll say is that the thing that got me the most, without any spoilers, was the dollhouse. That was the scariest shit I've ever played in my life.
I think
that's
the 4th house.
See,
the second was the scariest.
The dollhouse.
The fourth was more difficult, and I think that the first house should have been switched off with the 3rd house.
That makes sense.
Huh?
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
If you're talking about Le Swamp being the 3rd,
Yeah.
and the first house with the ladies, they should have been
Yeah.
switched. Because I think the 3rd house was the weakest for me.
Yeah. You blew by maybe 45 minutes to an hour.
I'm like,
Oh,
this is
okay.
whack. This is whack.
He
So,
literally walked through it.
Yeah. Yeah, they should have really switched those two. But between Death's Door and Hades, I know Hades came out last year, but that's my game of the year so far because I have not played a game in a long time that I played it every day for a week.
yeah, you're
hours
new
on
to
it.
roguelikes too, so that's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
And it was something I never experienced. It was something that made me want to learn more of how to play the game better. So after I spend 3 or 4 hours playing after I get off work and still look up how to make your best builds or not trying to cheat yourself and watch the final ending, the final true ending. Is what a video game's supposed to do. It's supposed to end. It's supposed to learn. You're supposed to learn more about it. You're supposed
That's
to.
right. Yeah.
And I think
That's
right now,
nice.
Hades right now is like the one for me. When I'm looking forward, I'm looking for Back for Blood. I'm looking forward to Forza
That demo was
Horizon 5.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the demo was. I'm telling you,
Yeah, we played through it. It's kind of it's crazy. Yeah.
I
Gotta have a full party. Them bots
gotta-
need some work.
No bots.
No.
No, thank you. No bots.
The
They
bots
are
are
no-
very unintelligent.
That's a
I
nice
like
way
how
of
you
putting
said
it.
that.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yes. I just want to see people enjoy games at the end of the day. So that's what I'm looking forward that with these titles coming up later down the road, people do that. One of the games that I was looking forward to playing is 12 Minutes. So we just downloaded that this morning. So I'm eating game
We is
wise.
full.
Hey, man, that Game Pass grass is green. It's real green. You know.
Best value in
know.
gaming, no question.
Honestly, at this point, I don't know why people are still hating on it. Yeah.
Honey,
People hate what
people
don't
make
have.
spaces.
People hate
People
what
make
they don't
spaces
have.
about how bad Game Pass is. We're not gonna talk about that.
We don't say that for the DMs.
We're gonna say that. We're gonna say that for the after party. We're
What?
gonna say that for that. We're gonna say that for the after party.
Do I have to
All
fight
right.
someone?
No, you ain't gonna fight nobody. No, we don't fight.
But if
here.
you do, you might have some help because they tripping.
I mean, I fought people for less.
Honestly.
Okay, Sharice, before we start with the outros, do we have any appropriate questions?
We got a few. We got
You got
a few. They
a few?
listen. They
They
listen. Thank
I
you
know.
for the chat for trying.
Thank
We
you,
love
chat.
y'all.
Thank you, Chad. We love y'all. We love y'all.
Y'all can be
love
ratchet
y'all.
next week. Wait, hold on. Do we have a guest next week?
No, we don't. No,
Y'all can
we
be
don't.
ratchet next week. Okay? Chat. Rangy 4, Abacab, Others Inc. Be ratchet next week. Bet. All right. The first question is for Delilah.
Yeah.
Delilah, what decision did you make on your TV purchase last week on your Twitter post?
Oh, I will be getting the LG CX 55 inch. Yeah, it's an OLED TV. I put a
OLED
poll
game?
up. Yeah, and I put OLED, QLED, Nano Cell or other, and the OLED one. So yeah, I'm getting the LG OLED, the CX model. I was gonna go 65 inch, but I'm like, that's between $400, $500. I might as well just get the 55 inch, save me some coin, and yeah. So that's what I'm getting.
All right then.
You might need
This
to
is
link
not
me
a
that one.
Oh, the
Yeah,
LG?
I need a TV.
Yeah.
Our girlfriend's watching this, and we're moving in soon. I always joke that I'm going to come home with a TV, so we just pretty much confirmed this right now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they said that's one of the best ones, and you know how you look on the settings of your TV on the console, it checks all the
Yeah.
it checks all the little green checks. So I'm like, okay, it's got the
I'm
Dolby
gonna need a
Vision and all that. Yeah, so I want all of that because I'm like I said, I'm reconstructing my office, and I want that to be a staple in the room. So yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, Others Inc. This is why the chat doesn't like guests, but this guy is okay though. So Others Inc. wants to know. Others Inc. Okay, he is company. Now, if he comes back a second time, that will make him family. Like then he can like go in the kitchen and get his own drink because now we done been here enough times. It's that kind of rule. So if he comes back again, he's family. Then y'all can clown.
Oh,
okay.
if he comes back a second time, he is well aware of what's going to happen.
Yeah, so I'm just that's how family. So right now he company, but if he comes back like in 6 months down the line or something, and he wants to join us, he family. So then y'all
Yeah,
can just
you can go in then. You can
yeah.
go in.
Then
I'm excited and scared.
look here,
Not sure what order.
both of them, both.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're allowed to answer this, Kristen, but you can. Excuse me, I don't want to mispronounce your name. My Georgia accent is horrible, so forgive me. But this is for you. Were you and again, you do not have to answer. You legit do not have to answer. Were you involved with Assassin's Creed expansion to Watch Dogs Legion, and what do you think of the crossover?
No, so I worked on Watch Dogs, the main game. I didn't work on any of the DLC.
Bet.
What I think about the expansion is I don't know. I actually don't know much about it. So I know that it's a thing that people like, I know like the assassin's name and all that. I like her wardrobe. It's really cool, but I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. For those that people that do not know, the Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs take place in the same universe.
Mhm.
That is a theory. It's not officially confirmed, but I'm shipping it anyway. So deal with it.
Sorry, is Victoria your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, shout outs to Victoria.
Hey,
Hey.
Oh.
Hey, Chet.
Hey,
She's in
Hey,
the
girl.
chat.
How you doing?
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. I just wanted to get, because I was like, woo, and I was like, okay, that must be
It
the
made
lady.
sense. Start adding up, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Victoria. Okay, any other questions, Sharice?
how many? This is the last one from Rain G4. Do you think when games are announced for release, there should be disclaimer like a date and features are subject to change?
No,
Yeah. No.
because you are setting yourself up for failure. Because if you say this and then it happens, you're still the bad guy. If you don't say it and it happens, you're still the bad guy.
So why say it at all? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Counts as out.
End of the day, like I've mentioned before, we live in a time of games as a service. So no matter what happens, patches are gonna come out, games are gonna get delayed. It's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. So, not to sound rude, like get used to it, get over it. It's gonna be a thing, right? And like I mentioned before too, like when games come out, there's always internal delays, right?
We
That
don't even know
people even
about.
hear about.
Right.
Yeah, it's just how the cookie crumbles, right? So it's just be patient. And without the devs, you don't get the game. So not this person in particular, just shut up about it.
Yeah.
And I think we've mentioned on this show like a time or two, no game that is going to come out in today's age is going to be 100% perfect.
Perfect.
No.
Like that
such
doesn't
thing.
exist anymore.
Mhm.
It's just not how games are now. They are too big. They are too many different layers to them.
Games are more
like-
complex now than
Yeah.
ever before.
Mhm.
Like again, we were talking about Skyrim earlier. Skyrim is famous for its bugs. Like at this point,
Oh, yeah.
if it came bug free, we would be shocked. Like it's gonna snow in South Georgia today.
Here's something that really like, I don't want to take too much time on this, but here's something that like genuinely pisses me off is that no shade to Bethesda, but when they drop like Fallout 76 or like Skyrim, it's buggy as hell.
Mhm.
That's okay. The
Uh-huh.
game comes out with bugs, end of the world.
Yeah.
So why do we like okay that but not the other one?
Mm.
Like
See,
that.
see?
That's
being
like
selective.
Hey, you can
People
come
are
back
being
to
selective.
another show to answer that question.
They're being selective. They're being selective.
that's all I got. That's all I got. I promise. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
All right. All right. We're gonna end it off here, guys. I want to thank everybody joining us this morning. Shout out to the chat for being on your best behavior. I want to shout out to the guests. Very refreshing conversation. I really enjoy that we have guests that are more laid back and comfortable in their own skin to be able to eloquate what you said today on our show, and I appreciate that. Shout out to the lovely, beautiful, educated, wonderful panel mates we have here. Y'all cracking me up. Y'all cracking me up. Shout out to L Boogie 0208. I know she's listening. We miss you.
Yeah.
Hit us up ASAP Rocky. And let's start out with outro. Let's start off with our guest.
Yeah, so first and foremost, thank you for having me. Today was really fun. I really appreciate the conversation. It was just a genuine good time, and I love hanging out with y'all. Most definitely got to play some games soon. Maybe educate me more on Halo. Maybe I'll carry you in like Destiny. Who knows? I lied.
Hey, we always look for
garbage
carries
at
in
So it's a hot
Raid. I
line.
think jump on the Destiny raid or something like that.
Yeah, I honestly, truly, like I miss playing games with people. So like I'm always, if y'all want to hit me up for play a game, I'm down. Let me know. But for the chat, thank y'all for the questions. Thank you for your support. If you want to follow me, hit me up on Twitter @_KVonDoom. Also, if you want to follow everything Black Game Pros, follow us on Twitter as well @Black Game Pros.
Do that right now.
L Boogie 0208. You can hit her up on her Twitter. Same thing as before, aka La Boogie. I think she's hopefully she might stream something this week. Maybe
Hopefully.
Apex Legends.
Possibly.
I like how you
And,
put that in there.
Yeah, make sure you y'all hit her up there as well. Delilah HD.
Yes, you all know you can follow on Twitter, Delilah_HD, and catch me here every Saturday producing the show for you ladies. And yeah, thank you, chat. We appreciate y'all. Thank you, Kirsten, for hanging out with us. We definitely got to get you back on here in the near future. And yeah, we'll catch y'all next time.
All right, Sharice.
All right, everybody, it's your girl Sharice here again. Team Sharice. Apparently, I have map nights in Halo for some odd reason. I don't know how that worked out, but blame the chat.
How?
I don't know. Anyway, I can find me on Twitter at _Sharice. I am always lurking in somebody's chat, trying to read some comments. If you just, I don't know. I'm just always around. But yes, I'm on. What am I on? Twitch and
Oh
Mixer.
wow!
I forgot.
You ain't
Just
got
that quick.
Mixer no more. We
Oh,
ain't got
damn
Mixer.
it.
Yeah.
Poor Mixer.
Yeah,
Pour one out for that. Twitch and Twitter. Anyway, thank you, chat, for coming through. Thank you to our guests. It was awesome. This has been a great show. We greatly appreciate you coming through. Everybody, make sure to go out this weekend. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. Wear your mask. We're trying to have a hot girl summer. Well, hot girl fall now. Yeah, hot girl fall.
Nah, grown women fall.
Grown women fall. We like that. But yes, so y'all have a good weekend.
All right, and this is me, Lady Infamous 415. You excuse me. You can check me out on Twitch, Lady _Infamous 415. We're gonna probably stream some 12 minutes. I'm looking at this Rainbow Six Siege gameplay. I miss it. We're gonna play some of that. So I'm gonna dedicate one day of the week for Hades so we can do the true ending. And thank you so much for everyone that's hanging out with us and for the people who's watching after live status. And we will see you back next week. We ain't got no guests, so this is gonna be interesting. Y'all be easy.
All right.
Peace.